Hello and welcome back to Seaside Garage. As some of you might know, I am trying to cut down on buying more project cars because do I have 12? A lot. So I took another route and bought a lot of mopeds. That doesn't count, so that's all right. This is a Casal in Danish. It's a moped from Portugal. These are built on license from Sundab. So a lot of it is similar to Sundab mopeds. I don't know a lot about them, but I bought 3 of them. This is the most complete of them. It doesn't really look that complete, but everything except the seat, and I bought another one of those, is here. I got 2 more of these. They are red, both of them. They need some pretty important bits, like the carb, for instance. So I have to go to some moped meets and see if I can find the stuff I need for those. But this one, I think I can make into a decent moped, actually, out of the parts right here. And my plan for this is to actually use it myself for moped trips, because at the moment I'm a bit tired of small, flimsy mopeds when I go on moped trips. That will change, that's for sure, but right now I would like a bit more comfortable cruiser, a bit more power, and this I think will be exactly what I need. So let's try to see if we can make it run. Everything seems complete on it. Yeah, it's just a matter of trying to see if we can start it, and if we can start it, then put the seat on. And I got new tires ordered also. Unfortunately, it seems to have broken one of the what are those wire things called down here? The wires for the wire wheel? I don't know what the English word for that is. But it's only missing one, so I think it will be okay until I find the correct size and buy one of those. But let's firstly try to see if we can make this little moped run. Let's put in some fuel and see what happens. Most likely this will be leaking. This moped is from 1973, so it's an old one. Yep, it's leaking from up here. I'm gonna try to take it a bit apart and see if I can fix it. But to be honest, I don't think I will have much luck fixing this, because there is a rubber in here that gets hard and then it won't seal. At least that's normally the case. I don't know if it's different on these. And it's very difficult to get to seal without a new rubber. And I don't have one for this one. Yeah, it's the rubber in there. It will be very difficult to make that seal completely. But I do actually have another one lying around that I think will fit. And then I gotta see if I can find a rebuild kit for these. I haven't really found a do-it-yourself method of fixing these without the rubber, but I guess it should be possible. Perished in there. By the way, I did check the fuel tank, that it wasn't full of rust. It's not perfect, but it's not bad either. Let's see if this will fit. Nope, this is not the right size. Okay, so I will just put this back in. It is leaking, but not a lot. So I'm just gonna not put very much fuel in, because it will be good enough to test, of course, and then see if I can find the repair kit for these for a later time. Next up, I'm going to remove the carb, because I gave it throttle on the handlebar and it got stuck. So that tells me that something down there is not perfect. So I don't want to try to start it before I have checked that out. So I'm going to remove that and see what's what. And then spin this to the side so I can remove the top part. Now fuel is running out of it because it was full of fuel, of course. Yeah, there we go. It is stuck all the way up right now. It should pull back down with the spring. So the cable must be jammed in there. Okay, so we have the problem right there. It's been clamped and this cable won't work. I'm gonna change it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to take this universal cable, I think it is, yeah, and use that. The problem is that it is way too long. So I'm gonna see if I can see the size of it. Comparing it to the old one, it's just about there. Now there's most likely a correct tool for this. I just don't know what it is, so I always use an angle grinder for it. It's because that way I won't collapse it in there. But it's not the best thing in the world to do, I think. But it works. Then I'm actually going to put the cable back in. And then I got this little tiny thing that will be difficult to show you, but it is making it so that I can install it into the handle with a little set screw. Very tiny. Like this, and then reinstall it on the bike. And there we go. It is now working. But let's remove the carb altogether just to clean that out now we are here. Maybe it's not necessary, but most likely because these mopeds has been standing for many, many, many years. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, it's not looking too bad. But I don't think the seal will be sealing anymore. It's another part that I will have to try to find, because that will most likely not seal in here afterwards. But other than that, everything looks rather clean. I'm just gonna make sure with a piece of fishing line. Yep, it's clean. But everything seems all right. Nothing was sticking or anything. So let's just put this back on the bike. Another thing that needs to be changed. This is like glass almost. But now this part of it works. The choke can be depressed, and then if you give it some throttle, it will pop up exactly as it is supposed to. I think it's ready for a start attempt. I'm gonna drag it outside. Let's give it a go. If there is spark, then I think it will fire because I can feel compression at least. Let's give it fuel, choke, then let's find out. Oh yeah. Nice. Better check if there is oil in the gearbox before trying it, but the gears are working and it's idling. I wonder how that was the clutch. Clutch is dragging, or the gears are dragging a little bit. But it's working. What about lights? No, not lights. But how do I switch it off? This one? Nice. That was easy. Let's get a saddle on this and fix the light so I can take it for a test drive. Okay, so that was really easy. 2 kicks, maybe 3, can't remember, and it fired up, it idled, sounding pretty nice actually. I was a bit worried about the knocking sound from the engine, but it turned out to be the gear almost being engaged, so that would be sounding. So nice. Let's get a saddle on this. I bought this universal saddle that I hope will fit like that. Then fix up the lights or wait until the morning and do a test drive, because I think everything else... Okay, this is not working. The front brake is not working. This is the clutch, and then you've got a foot pedal operated brake on the rear. I need to get that fixed also before attempting. It might sound a bit dangerous to go for a ride on a thing that you don't really have checked over, but remember, this is a moped in Denmark. It goes 30 kilometers per hour. So yeah, that will hurt if you crash, but it's not a motorcycle. Huh? Okay, so I have been fiddling a little bit with it off camera. I made up this. This fits onto the old bracket, and then it should be possible to put it on like that and then bolt it up with the rear of this one. This is one of the tools that Skill sent me, and I actually laughed a little bit when it arrived because it just seems so puny, but it's really capable. Of course, it won't take off very big balls, but it's way more powerful than I was expecting. And it's just nice for these small zippy things. And yes, it's the same battery as all of the other tools. Pro and do-it-yourself series all use this kind of battery with some pretty clever cooling technique, keep cool technology on it. So they are actually lasting for a long time, these batteries. Pretty cool looking moped. Yes, there is missing a cover over there. I think I got a spare somewhere, but it's a completely different color, so I think I'm just going to keep it like this for now. Nice. The slide on the rear. So it's just the front. Also light on the front, it just needs some revs. Okay, I have to wait till the morning. It's too late. Oh, but it's so much fun. Whoops. I also need to fix the front brake, but the rear brake is really effective, so I'm not that worried about it, but of course it needs to be fixed. Then some choke. Open up the fuel. And then, oh yeah. Nice, let's go. Was that fuel? Starvation maybe? It could be. Okay, so take 2. Had a fueling issue. Yes, I should. The tank is pretty clean, but I should add a fuel filter down here. I'll do that when I get the correct fuel valve for this. So let's try it out one more time. Woo! Actually got some pulling power. Oh, it actually got pulling power. This is going uphill. I have no idea if you can hear what I'm saying. But if you can, I just want to say thank you for watching. This is gonna be my new trip moped. Just need to fix a bit, some small stuff, and then should be good to go, because this is working brilliantly. By the way, I did check that there was oil in the gearbox, but of course it would be nice to change. Woohoo! The gears needs a bit of an adjustment. There we go. Try to find neutral, it's right there. Well, this was a surprising good first test drive. Well, second test drive. The first one didn't really go that well, but this is running pretty nicely. This is going to be my new trip moped. I really like it. It rides nice. I need to adjust the gears because they are hard to get. I need to fix the front brake. I need to change the tires, just because they are very old. But this is really surprisingly well working. Oh, and the fuel thingy down here, the valve that is leaking a lot of fuel. But this will be all for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.